Hello and welcome to my review of the Space Marines Jump Pack Intercessors for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. This pack will cost £35 and consists of 108 plastic components, so not that many components in the scheme of things for the £35. I think this set should be 30. Maybe if they could set it for 25, that would be great. But yeah, £35 for 5 Space Marines is a huge amount. And I can see why many people would love the jump packs to be sold separately. I mean, if Games Workshop sold a pack of 5 jump packs for like £10 or even, you know, £15, there's going to be a lot of people with just intercessors that have chainswords and bolt pistols and things that would happily just, you know, convert them and put jump packs on. And I think that would be the way forward, you know, because let's face it, for 10 jump pack intercessors, it's going to cost you not that far off 100, is it? It's £70. So the format of this review is as usual. I'll have a look at all of these miniatures up close. We'll look at the detail and how easy they were to build and things. Then I'll go through the spare parts, of which there aren't many. I'll go through some size comparisons, even size comparison with an older Assault Space Marine. And then, of course, I'll go through all of their rules from the brand new 10th edition Codex. So let's have a look at these minis close up. Let's start off with the Sergeant. I debated about you know, the pose of this Sergeant. I was going to go for the one on the box, but the sword just didn't look quite right. And there's plenty of the other jump pack intercessors that have poses where they're shooting or whether they're charging, or, you know, they're on their way to the enemy. And instead, I've gone with the power sword down, as though the Sergeant is kind of just rising up, about to take flight in a way. And I think it works. With the sword up, it just looked a bit odd. So that's what I've gone for. I've given him the plasma pistol as well, which kind of mirrors the captain with the jump pack. So there's that. I wasn't a big fan of the poses when I was putting them together, but now that I see them all sort of complete, they've definitely grown on me. But anyway, that's the Sergeant, absolutely fine. The jump packs are reasonably straightforward to build. The only issue you're going to have is just with the legs and the mould lines of the legs. You've got this jump pack intercessor. I don't really know what he's doing. He's sort of like leaping off of a tactical rock, but not really aiming because his gun isn't sort of centered. His chainsword's back there as well. That's another thing. I'm not a big fan of having them on the tactical rocks. Much better on the stalks if you can do that, because you can then just tilt them and have different angles. And also, if you're going to be getting another 5, all the leg poses are going to be exactly the same. You can swap the weapons about and things, but I'd probably say if you've got some assault intercessors, you could even hot swap their weapons with these and vice versa. You've got this one again, kind of leaping over. They all look like they're almost sort of falling over their tactical rocks though. This one has got that chainsword about to swipe. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. This one, I think, is one of the coolest poses because he is, and I probably should have used the plasma pistol for this one, he is kind of like stepping away, but also firing. So that gives you that sense of speed with that one. And then this one, all out, almost falling over. This rock is, this is a cool pose though, if you kind of get it right. Plasma pistol, firing, boosting across towards the enemy, but kind of firing down. And this is where they fall down, no pun intended, is because they're on these small like tactical rocks. Any kind of aiming or whatever at anything, you kind of have to imagine that they're sort of further up and this is like an outcrop of a building as opposed to this is the ground. Again, it's hard to convey that, especially with the way that Games Workshop have painted their bases. They seem to be just off the ground, not high up or a few feet up or anything. So this particular Space Marine, that is aiming seems to be kind of aiming sort of down in a way. So yeah, you might want to kind of change the angle a little bit for that one. But that's the plasma pistol. You're allowed another plasma pistol in the squad, or at least I used it anyway. So they're the miniatures. They're all right, but you know, if we had the jump packs available separately, I'm sure that you guys could make some way better poses, and me as well, I would think. So spare parts then, I did already pre-warn you, not many. Here they are. You get one extra chainsword, 2 extra bolt pistols, heavy bolt pistols. I think you've got 3 options for the sergeant: the plasma, the bolt pistol, or this hand flamer. No Volkite or anything. You get a fist, so you can have a sergeant with a power fist, which is quite nice. You get this plain kind of pauldron shield if you didn't want to use the fancy one, and then you get a number of heads. You get 6 helmetless heads, so you can have them all with without helmets, which might help you if you're going to have them as Blood Angels or whatever, I don't know. And then you get 1 spare helmeted head. All the helmets are the same. It would have been nice to see some sort of variations with the helmeted heads. The sergeant just has the little skull symbol, and then for, you know, if you wanted to have the sergeant without a helmet, you've got this kind of helmet that could just hang off one of their belts. Really, it's interesting to note that on the actual box they're going for less helmets. You know, you've got 3 Space Marines there without helmets on the box. So that's all your spare parts, not many at all. You know, this is probably the most disappointing kit, I feel, out of the Space Marine range. So, size comparisons and things then. We'll start off with the captain, the jump pack captain right here. Again, bit of an odd pose with the sword. It's not like at a kind of right angle, it's sort of like as he's launching up. But again, that's one of the reasons why I put the sword down for the sergeant, because I didn't want him to overshadow this one. Like having 2 of them with their power swords and plasma pistols in an upright position just seemed too samey for me. So at least this way I can have these 5 being led with this one captain. I don't know whether I would even use them in game, especially not with a unit of 5. Yeah, they're better because they have more wounds now, but I still think 5's a bit too few to kind of make a difference, and they're quite costly. But it's nice to have a captain with a jump pack, like an actual Primaris captain with a jump pack now. So that's still good. And yeah, I'll be reviewing him next, so check out the channel tomorrow for his review. But that's where they sort of measure up next to him. He's the same size, but he's just, you know, taller because he's on that, you know, taller base. Compared to, I'd say, compared to Sternguard in a way, I've got a Sternguard right here. They are all taller because they're on those tactical rocks, and that gives you an idea of how big they're going to be compared to normal Intercessors, which I'll show you a normal one in a moment. Compared to the captain in the hero set, they're all going to be taller, and compared to a Terminator, again, it's close, but they are still all a little bit taller than a Terminator because of their poses. A little trip down memory lane, not the last edition, because they're kind of similar size, but here is a sort of 3rd edition Assault Marine on a 25mm base, not a 32mm, and just give you an idea of, you know, how far we've come with sizes and detail and things like that. Yeah, this looks very small next to the new Primaris Assault jump pack Intercessors. Yeah, they just don't go. They look like they're from a different game system, possibly. But if you were trying to use your older Assault Marines with them, yeah, it's going to look a bit silly. I'd say actually more silly than the normal Intercessors and Legacy Space Marines, which you can just about get away with. But definitely the Terminators and the old Terminators and these jump pack Intercessors and the Assault Space Marines. They just don't go at all anymore, but there you go. That's the trip down memory lane. Let's give you some size comparisons with my usual miniatures. So we have Legacy Space Marine and an Intercessor, Sly Marbo. As I've mentioned, you know, these are going to be a fair bit bigger than the Legacy. Sly Marbo, and then an Intercessor should be about the same size, and they are. They just look a bit taller because they've got that extra few millimeters from that tactical rock. But they go very, very well with normal Intercessors, just milling about and things, supporting them. So yeah, that is good. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come with the Vanguard set, but I expect to pay probably £2.50 more, you know, £37.50 for 5 Vanguard. But I hope they, you know, are in the works. Okay, this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the Jump Pack Intercessors. You'll find them in your brand new 10th edition codex. It was donated to the channel by Ed, so a big thumbs up, like the video for Ed, because without him I would not be able to give you the rules for them. So the Assault Intercessors with jump packs, as they are called in the codex, so that's different to what they're called on the box and the product listing. They're not called that. They are called Assault Intercessors with jump packs in the codex. They are nestled right after the Intercessor Squad and the Assault Intercessor Squad. They're in the middle. Personally, I would have thought that they would be after the Assault Intercessors because they're kind of one up. They've got the jump packs, but yeah, well. The Assault Intercessors with jump packs, they will, for 5 models, will cost you 90 points, and for 10 models, they will cost you 180 points, which is coincidentally exactly the same points costs as the normal Assault Intercessors. But yet you're getting an extra 6 inches. You're getting 1 less objective control, but you're getting an extra 6 inches. And 6 inches can make all the difference. Their stat line reads as follows. They're a movement of 12 inches, toughness of 4, save of 3+, 2 wounds, leadership 6+, and objective control 1. The unit composition is 1 Assault Intercessor Sergeant with jump pack, and between 4 and 9 Assault Intercessors with jump packs. Each model is equipped with heavy bolt pistol, Astartes chainsword, and their war gear options. Every 5 models is in this unit, 1 Assault Intercessor with jump pack heavy bolt pistol can be replaced with 1 plasma pistol. That's what I've done. The Assault Intercessor Sergeant with jump packs Astartes chainsword can be replaced with 1 of the following, either a power weapon or power fist. And again, the Sergeant's heavy bolt pistol can be replaced with 1 of the following, hand flamer or plasma pistol. So yeah, technically you can have 2 plasma pistols, 1 with the Sergeant, 1 with the normal one. I think that's different to the 9th edition, where you had your normal Assault Space Marines, and you could have 2 with plasma pistols and then the Sergeant with the plasma pistol. And also I think you could have a special weapon like a plasma gun or a melter gun or a flamer. So these are, like a lot of Intercessor units, a bit of a downgrade from the older kind of tactical, you know, Legacy Space Marines. How good are these weapons though? Well, the ranged weapons, the hand flamer, it ignores cover, it's a pistol and it's a torrent weapon. It's a range of 12 inches, attacks D6, ballistic skill non-applicable because it automatically hits. Strength is only 3 though, AP 0, damage 1. I'm not really sure why you'd pick that, other than, like, you know, it's a torrent weapon. You've got the heavy bolt pistol, which is a range of 18 inches, 1 attack, ballistic skill 3+, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1. That's fine. You've got the plasma pistol. It's got a standard profile and a supercharge. The standard is a range of 12 inches, 1 attack, ballistic skill 3+, strength 7, AP -2, damage 1. And then the supercharge is hazardous. It's a range of 12 inches, attacks 1, ballistic skill 3+, strength 8, AP -3, and a damage 2. Whether or not you think that's worth it for the extra strength and arm penetration is up to you. Melee weapons, the Astartes Chainsword is 4 attacks, weapon skill 3+, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1. That's pretty good. You know, you've got your 4 attacks, they're probably going to hit, and the AP is -1. It's good. Power weapon for the Sergeant only has 4 attacks, weapon skill 3+, strength of 5, AP -2, damage 1. That's pretty good too. And then the Power Fist is 3 attacks, weapon skill 3+, strength 8, AP -2, damage 2. Yeah, 3 attacks, it's alright, but it just gives your Sergeant a bit more of a bite. If I was going to pick up another unit of these, which I'm not going to pick up that Battle Force because it has another 15 of these, I just think there's not enough options to make them different at all. Maybe people will get them just for the jump packs and sell the jump packs from that set, or put the jump packs on your Assault Intercessors that you haven't built. You know, that is another option. But if there were another unit of 5 of these in an army set or something, then I would go for a Power Fist for the next Sergeant. Abilities. They've got core ability Deep Strike, faction Oath of Moment, and then a unit ability called Hammer of Wrath. Each time this unit ends a charge move, select one enemy unit within engagement range of it, then roll 1d6 for each model in this unit that is within engagement range of that enemy unit. For each 4+, that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound. It's pretty nice. Keywords: infantry, grenades, jump pack, fly, Imperium, Tacticus, assault, intercessors with jump packs. Now, it's got this new keyword called Tacticus. That just means that some transports can't transport them, okay, which is something I only recently learned. And that's it for the assault intercessors. They're very meh, you know. You've got just a few options for the Sergeant. Well, I guess you've got 6 options for the Sergeant, but then you've only got 1 plasma pistol for the unit, and that's it, and different head options. You know, it's no way near a Stern Guard box set, which is why I hope, you know, now that they've got the blueprint for these jump packs, they'll release other models with jump packs. The Captain is a great start, you know, like the Vanguards. I hope that the Vanguard set will be as good as the Stern Guard, with lots of extra options and parts that can be used, you know, throughout the Space Marine Primaris sort of range. So on a final note, before I end the review, how do they compare to the Assault Intercessors? Because I know a lot of people have been asking me, you know, which do I take? The ones with jump packs or just the normal unit? Well, the unit composition is the same. They're the same points cost, which again I think is a bit odd. Their main difference though is that they all have the chainswords, but the Sergeant can take a Thunderhammer. That's the only difference, is that you can have a Sergeant that has the Thunderhammer. The Assault Intercessors, you know, one of them can take that plasma pistol instead. So realistically, you're getting 2 plasma pistols for the same points cost, but with the Assault Intercessor squad, you get 1 plasma pistol, but possibly a Thunderhammer. So that's the difference. I would pick Assault Intercessors for jump packs all day, every day, especially for the same points cost. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that they can't have Thunderhammers either, but it's in a way still nice that we've got Assault Intercessors if you wanted that objective control too, and a unit with a Thunderhammer, I guess. I would just pick the ones with jump packs over them. But what do you guys think of these Assault Intercessors with jump packs, or should I say jump pack intercessors? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.